Hey yo internet, Lightning Girls Productions back again. I am Irad Telesford, aka Irad Sama, with another tutorial video. So today's video is all about drawing the male and female torso simplified from nothing but a cup. Now since yesterday was like Father's Day, I decided we'll be going for the male figure in this video, and the second one the female. So I just want to reiterate that this is actually like a simplified way of drawing the male figure and have it look good. Not no too big professional method, but if you're a beginner artist and you want to get like your figures more polished, you could try a hand at this and see if it works for you. God knows it really helped out for me indeed. So let me get into it. What we want to start with is drawing a cup, right side up. Sorry about that. Top of the cup. And I think we'll have this guy facing forward. So hold on a second here. Now you can have the cup. Well, once you cup like this, if you want to like draw him facing towards this side, you put the center line this way. If you want him facing this direction, center line facing this way. But like I said, we just only going for facing forward directly. So we're keeping the center line here like that. Now, the next thing I'll want to do is divide this cup into thirds. So 1/3, 2/3. Something you also want to do now that you get it divided into the thirds is draw a circle or oval. This will indicate which part the neck goes. Try not to make it too big, because then the neck will come out too thick unless that is the kind of character you're going for. So now, a thing to know now about rib cages. When you're drawing male figures will tend to have a more blocky rib shape, thick and blocky like that, whereas females would tend to have more of a oval egg-like shape. So yes, male rib cage, female, something to bear in mind. So now that we don't know that the male have a more blocky shaped rib cage, from on top here, making that out like this. 1, 2. Now just remember, the edges don't have to be touching the edge of the cup. There's just only a general guide. So just don't think that that is the absolute necessity. So that rib cage connecting to the bottom third, and from the bottom third to the bottom of the cup now is where you're making a circle for the pelvis. Fun thing to remember that since women will carry babies, the pelvis would be more wider and like the shape of like a more of an egg on its side. But since men don't do that, the male pelvis would be more of a kind of circle or a ball spherical shape, as opposed to the female would be more like a egg on its side. In other words, then just something to keep in mind when you're doing your drawing. But from this third, you draw your bottom of your ribs there, and there. Don't worry if it's not perfect. Perfection isn't everything. And besides, there is no such thing as perfect in art or whatever it is you're doing. Consider yourself perfect, and well, that is basically the end of you. But enough of that now. To the pelvis, you're making a curve going up, out, and back up. That would give you, how they would call this, the love handles, if I'm not mistaken. If you know the proper name, do put it in the comment section below. That would be appreciated. And don't judge me. We're all here to learn and grow together. If there's one thing I believe in, you're never too old to learn. And if you was to watch my very first video, something I mentioned that I am a student always. So with that in mind, here we go. Shape of a pelvis. And you can then see the torso coming into place quite nicely. Now, men would tend to have like more bigger shoulders, so from this point here, you want to make like a ball, but try and give it a nice size, not overly big, unless a hulking character is what you're going for. But for me, this will be just perfect. Or not perfect, just right. No give a whole speech about perfection. Doesn't exist and you consider yourself perfect, it'll be the end of you. Enemy of progress. Remember, viewers, always aim to be a better version of what you were yesterday, not perfect. And with that, ooh, after ranting about perfection, I forget to mention from the shoulder point, diagonal line out, diagonal line out, line go across, and that is how you get your position for the chest. Now for this point here, first you're drawing a V, well a V, in the center of the chest for that point, however you would call it. Forgive me, I am an artist, not a biology student, so with that in mind, for the collarbone now you make this indication like a bicycle handle in here, like one, and on the next side another bicycle handle, 2. Line down the center. You define the shape of your chest. 1, 2. Now, something I would also recommend doing is like from this location of the neck, you draw a line coming out to the collarbone, come around the shape of the chest, and then go down to which part the pelvis is, like that, and like that. I mean, what I discovered that this would give it two things. One would be the position of the nipples. 1, 2, and 2, the position of the abs. So that is 1, and that is 2. Point to note, the navel would be somewhere between which part the rib cage and pelvis interlock, which would be in this section around here. Also, point to note when you're drawing male characters, male navels would be sideways, female navels would be upwards. So, since it's a male character we're doing, obviously, navel sideways. Pow, pow, pow. We'll just get the dynamic form of the abdominals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And bang. It's starting to take shape pretty nicely, don't you agree? Now, one thing you should know about the human body is that your elbows normally fall in line with your rib cage, and your wrists would fall in line with your crotch. So now on the arm, rib cage, line go out, elbow point, from the crotch, wrist point, from the crotch, wrist point. You make a circle for 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicely done. Zoom in. We'll make cylinder. Bow, bow. Another cylinder. Pow. Same thing on the other side. 1, 2. And pow. That's how we get that. Now for our legs. First, we're gonna start off by drawing 2 circles at the bottom of the pelvis. 1, 2. Lines going down. Let me give it more of a kind of wide stance. Whitish. 1, 2. Then we draw in ovals. The more wide you make the oval, would be the more wide the leg is. But I mean, try not to like make it too wide coming out. Could give him more of a wide hips. Make him look feminine. Unless there is a kind of look you're going for. And I'm pretty sure, well, that wouldn't be actually the desired thing you want. But I mean, hey, when you design a character, to each his own. No judgments, don't get me wrong. Live and let live. Now, continue the legs. If we remember the points of thirds, let me just change my color here. 1/3 was here. Second third here. Third here. So, ow, just hit my foot. What you will have to do now is like average the size of each thirds and mark it off on the point of the leg. So I think I'll like average that would be like here and here. I really hope I'm measuring this up right. Here, here. Oh, forgot the oval for this side as well too. Whop, whop. There we go. Draw a curves like going out up and bring it in on this side, out, up from the love handle, I think the way it call it, slight curl outwards and bang. On the other side, do the same thing, up, out, how. Use the same head measurements. average here and here. No, like you don't fit up here, messy. I don't mean to sound like a broken record. It don't have to be perfect turds. After all, everybody have different body types, different sizes of limbs and things. Some with extra long legs, some with shorter legs. Same things with the arms. Different lengths of limbs, basically. So, like I said, just an average. Don't beat yourself up if it's not perfect turd, perfect measurements. Like I said, perfection does not exist, so stop waste your time being a perfectionist. The length of the head be like around here. If I do have that correct. One, two, mm, and there you go. Now, I would like you to know that you could use this method for drawing any body size. Could be thick, could be thin. If you wanna like draw a skinny character, just simply make the cup more skinny and long. One, two, or if it's a fat character or plus size, excuse me, you make your cup more broaden. Up. Make this a little broader at the bottom. That, that, that. Whatever body type you want to draw, the cup method can work for it. Like so. Just most important thing when you're drawing male characters, remember the cup right side up because men have broader shoulders and smaller hips, so cup right side up for male characters. Okay, so I think now I'm going to go into time lapse and ink this image. So you just like stick around and enjoy. Alright, and there you have it. My video on drawing the human figure, episode 1, male bodies, in honor of Father's Day that passed just yesterday. Now, I do hope this video was helpful, and like I said, it's only a simplified way of drawing it. It is no big professional method. So if you're a newbie or intermediate artist looking to improve, I recommend you give this method a shot and see how best it works for you. In the meantime, this is Ira Telesport, aka Ira Sama, signing out. Happy drawing, and remember, I am a student always.